What's going on, guys? In this Sunkenland guide, I'm going to give you a ultimate guide on how to build in Sunkenland. So I'm going to show you everything that you need to know. So let's get started. Now I am using mods to do this tutorial just so I don't have to gather materials, just in case you're wondering why I can build without any materials. So the first thing with Sunkenland, and this is more for beginners, but even if you're not a beginner, this could be potentially good for you. When we start the game, we have two types of materials that we can build with. We have wooden items that we can build, and then we have metal items that we can build. And then later on in the game, we can actually get reinforced items via a blueprint, but we don't really need to go over that because that's just more stronger pieces of some of these. So we have what we call a foundation. I'm not going to go over these separately because these are actually the same thing, just different materials. And this video will focus on metal, even though it's the exact same thing. So the first thing we have is what we call a foundation. And if we go build, this is what it looks like. And a foundation is exactly how it sounds. It's a square and it's a foundation. So this is what you're going to build off. And now the foundation snaps into place as you go like this, right? So it all snaps into place. So for example, I just snapped 4 pieces of the foundation right there. And we can look under the foundation here, and this is what it looks like. So that is what a foundation is. And this is going to be your base that you build off. So this is the base thing that you build off. Next, we have what we call a wall. So we can go ahead and we can put a wall anywhere on the side of the foundations. So I'm going to go and put a wall here. And I'll just go through every single thing, and then I will kind of explain in a bit more detail, but I'll go through what they are. Then we have what we call a doorway, and a doorway we can put on the edge of any foundation like that, and it gives us an entrance. And then we can actually go down to metal door, and we can put a door into the doorway, and then we can open it. And so we've now created a doorway. Okay, very simple. Now we can also do a window, which is here. We can snap to the foundation. Remember, everything snaps to something. And then we can go down to metal window, and we can put in a metal window, and this will open. Okay, so those are the main building pieces that you are going to use in this game. And then we also have a metal column, which I'll talk about in a second. But essentially, that is the basic pieces right there. Now the columns we're going to be using when you do a second level and putting on roofs, for example. So let's say we want to put a roof on here. We could put down those 4 columns like I've just done. We can go here, and then we can go and put on a metal roof. And this sticks to the columns. Now, what a lot of people do when they're building is they'll use a roof, but you could also use a floor as a roof, which can be good if you are building second levels. Let me show you how that works. So I would build 2 more columns here. So now we have column on each corner. I would go build. I would do metal floor. Oh, I messed that up. My apologies. I'll delete that real quick. I'll delete that one. And I've now put a metal floor here, and that can also act as a roof. So you kind of have 2 choices of roofs. Now, if you want to delete something, you can use this hammer, which you can go ahead and you can craft in your inventory right down here, which is called a repairing hammer. And you can right click and delete stuff. And it'll ask you to... Oh, that just demolished it without asking. I think it's supposed to ask. Okay, they changed it. It's actually supposed to ask. So anyway, those are the basic build pieces that you have. And then you also have a ladder that you can either put here or you can put against something like I can build a wall here and I can put the ladder against the wall. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so now what I want to do, those are the basic build pieces. Let me show you quickly how you can build a simple base with a flat roof 2-story. Go like that, go to foundation. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll do 6 foundations for this one. And then I'm going to go ahead and build a door. I'll do the door right here. Just jump up, whatever. Doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to put a door. Okay, so I've created a door. I'm then going to go and put random windows in. 1 there, 1 there, 1 here. And you can see it snaps everywhere. Everything snaps to somewhere. And then I'm going to go ahead and build walls to fill in the gaps like this. And then I'm going to put windows right here, middle window, and here. And now we have an enclosed area. We can open up the windows. Now, one thing I like about Sunkenland is it's extremely easy to build because everything snaps to something. Everything snaps to something, usually most of the time. Now, I want to show you how to build a roof and a second story. But first, what I'll do is I will show you how to build traps that you can put on the side of your building. So down here, we have some like wall spikes and barbed wire and barricades and metal plates. So first I will show you how to do the first I'll show you how to do the wall spikes and barbed wire, and then we'll look at the rest as we build out. So if I go out here, for example, the traps will snap to a point. You see? So the barbed wire will snap to a specific point. It doesn't damage you. The spikes, I mean. You can do it to that point. You can do it to this point. You can do it to this point. Everything snaps. Now the barbed wire does not snap. So the barbed wire we can freely put wherever we like. We can even put it under our base. We can put the barbed wire anywhere we like. It doesn't matter. See? We can even stack it. There's a bit of an overkill, but you get my point. We can do that. Now we have barricades as well. And we also have metal defense walls, which we will touch on in a second. And also, metal and then wooden as well. Then we have these metal half plates, which actually work as half walls as well. So I'll show you how to do that. But first, I'll show you how to do a second level because we'll do it on the second level. So with a second level, what we can do is we can do a couple of things here. We can go like this, and we can build a wall like this. And then what we can do is we can get a ladder against that wall like this, and then we can build a roof here that we can walk onto, a second story. But first what we need to do is go down here, and then we need to use a pillar on every corner. I like to put my pillars in after I put my walls in. It's up to you. It's just how I like to do it. So I'm going to put a pillar on every single corner of this building and every single section of the foundation like this. Okay, and then I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to go and build a metal floor like this. See, it's so easy because everything snaps. And then we're going to leave this open. So now we have a second level. Okay, we have a very nice base and a second level. What we can actually do, and this is where this game gets really cool, so we can go back to here and we can go to our this section. I don't know what this section is called. I just call it the trap section. We can get metal armor plate, and we can actually use it as a half wall. Now this doesn't snap to anything. So you can just place it on like this, and you can use this as a defense mechanism. Anything you want to do. Oh, put one down there. Oh, I messed that up. But there you go. It's not clean because it doesn't snap. It's not very clean, but I've just created a half wall there that I could use to potentially protect my legs when I'm getting shot. The next thing is we can create a barricade as well. Now this does not snap also. We can turn it. So for example, you might want to go like this. And then we have a place that we can shoot from here to enemies. So that's essentially that. And then we can put these tires down if we want, which is more... Oh, we can walk through it. I didn't know that. Which is kind of more defensive if you like. So that's what you can do. And that's basically, in a nutshell, most of the building done. Everything is in a square, modular, everything connects together. But your foundation is always going to be your starting point. And you can see down here it snaps onto the foundation. So I can extend it out at any point of time. Okay, so I can just keep going. And it will build through things like that. Trees, you can have a tree in your house if you want. But it just keeps going, no matter the depth. So we can just keep going. I can go across the whole map if I wanted to. But no matter the depth, it's always going to just be straight parallel to what you've done. See? This is always going to be your start. And you can build off of that. Right, guys, I forgot we can actually research glass windows, which I just did. I don't want to show you anything else because there's spoilers in there in case you haven't seen it. Glass windows, you can go like this. Sorry, my apologies. Glass windows will be unlocked in here. And these are nice glass windows that you can place. Modular as well, just like this. And now we have nice glass windows that we can't walk through. And we get a nice view. Easy peasy, guys. Alright, thank you for watching this tutorial. That is a Sunkenland's building guide on how you can build stuff. Everything snaps into place. Start with a foundation, and then you should have no issues building in Sunkenlands. I'll see you in the next video.